I'm Laura Custo, and this is Light the Way, where spirituality meets practicality. Each week, I show you how to use the moon's energy to plan your life and achieve your goals in as little as 5 minutes each week. Integrating spirituality into your life really can be easy, and it is so much better than any other goal setting system out there. It's less stressful, less work, and less force. It's all flow. All right, let's dig in. So this is the week of February 21st through the 28th. And I'm going to give you the brief storyline. All right. So from Friday the 21st on through the weekend and into Monday the 24th, we have the last quarter energy, which is a time to take action and clean up an area of life and a story that has come to an end. We clear out the clutter and what no longer serves you. Now, then on Tuesday the 25th, we start getting into the energy of a Pisces New Moon that is happening on Thursday the 27th. Okay, so let's dig into the details here a little bit more. So Friday the 21st, we're in the energy of that last quarter that just happened on Thursday the 20th in Sagittarius. And if you listened last week, you know that this last quarter came with a challenging aspect. Jupiter is making a square to Mercury, which makes us prone to communicating in a way where we overcommit. We get in a little over our heads. So what I get from this is essentially this. On the last quarter, as you're trying to end something, and that might require a conversation with someone, this energy of overcommitment could come out as you sitting down to have a conversation with someone and trying to communicate what you want and that you want to end something or stop doing something, but they don't like it. And so you end up sort of caving, okay? And not really ending it or leaving it, just a little too open. So we want to work with this energy in a smart way. So what we want to do is first on Thursday and Friday, the 20th, 21st, just take a look at the facts. See what's happened over the story that's unfolded in the Sagittarius area of life. Now, the dates for that will be in last week's episode, so go hunt those down. There's a great walkthrough there of how to go through the last quarter. I love last quarters because it's, oh my gosh, everything is there for you. Here's the story. Now, just look at those dates and see what has unfolded, and then see what's in front of you and what is staring you in the face, essentially saying, I think this is done, or I'm not really that excited about it anymore. That's the work to be done on the last quarter. Then on Saturday and Sunday, you could start working with the energy because that Mercury, Jupiter, that overcommitment energy is going to start waning, and we're going to start getting some really good energies coming in on Saturday and Sunday that are going to help you with this last quarter clearing. So what I would do on Thursday or Friday is gather the facts. And if you think that there's going to be a conversation that you're going to need to have with someone, the action that you can take to be within that energy of that day of the 20th, and it's active, again, plus or minus a day on either side, and it carries forward a little bit, is schedule time with that person. Set up a lunch date for Saturday or Sunday, or coffee, or whatever it may be, a phone call, a walk. But set up the time on Thursday or Friday and then actually meet with them. And, if you end up deciding that you don't want to take action, you could still have coffee or have lunch. Okay, so Saturday the 22nd, here's what's happening. The North Node is coming together with Neptune, and this doesn't happen very often, only about every 18 years. 18 years, okay? So what does this mean? The North Node represents our higher calling, our purpose, our dharma, where we're meant to go. And then Neptune is our dreams and our higher mind. And so these two energies merging is essentially, if you take the time to pause, and again, as you're thinking about this last quarter, it's really great to stop, think about what you want to do. You're going to have this natural energy of being able to really lean into your higher calling, your big dreams, your big goals, and then they will then influence those decisions that you're making. So we've got this great energy on Saturday, and this will be active for a few days, but it's great energy to help guide you, right? To help create some influence, let's say, into your highest calling and your highest good. Okay. Now, this is also, it's happening in Pisces, and Pisces energy is not very direct. It's water, it's a malleable sign. We'll get into Pisces energy a little bit more when we talk about the new moon that's happening in Pisces. But you're going to get hints and nudges. You're not necessarily going to get like a big signal that's staring you in the face on what your clarity should be. So just know that too. All right, then moving into Sunday the 23rd, we have some really good action. Like I said, that Neptune North Node is good for thinking and dreaming and guiding. But what about actually taking the action? That's where we get into Sunday the 23rd. And what's happening is Mercury, who was just squaring off with Jupiter, has moved on, and now it's making a harmonious aspect to Mars. So this is so good. It's Mercury, which is our communication and analysis, collaborating naturally with Mars, our ability to assert ourselves and take action. So that is such great energy for working with the last quarter. If you need to be assertive, you need to get out there and communicate and take some action, you've got Mercury and Mars working in your favor. Then also on Sunday the 23rd, Mars is moving direct. Now you're like, what is this? Okay, we hear a lot about retrogrades as far as Mercury retrograde because it happens more frequently. All the planets retrograde. Mars has been retrograde since December 6th. So what, this is a question. If you think about your life, and especially the area of life that Cancer represents, which I gotta say, if you don't know what area of life each of the signs represents, that's where Moon Chat comes in. You can go to lauracusto.com, pop in your email, and I'll send you a free 14-day trial, and you'll get your member map, which will tell you what every area of life is represented by each of these signs, right? But when you look at the Cancer area of life, has it been hard to move things forward since December 6th? Have you felt stuck? Or if you don't have your map, like think about life in general. What has felt stuck or not moving forward or hard to get forward motion on since December 6th? Well, that's coming to an end on February 23rd. Yay! Mars is moving direct. And so those two energies combined, both Mars going direct as well as that positive trine it has with Mercury, are going to be great for communicating with someone and for being assertive and knowing now that Mars is direct that we're moving forward, right? We're not going to just be, rehashing or spinning our wheels. Okay. So in summary, Saturday and Sunday, great energies for working with the last quarter. Now that story is unfolded, you can dream into really where you want to go with that Neptune North Node on Saturday and then go take the action on Sunday. Okay. Then we move on to the 25th, and we start getting into the energy of that Pisces new moon happening on Thursday, the 27th. On the 25th, Mercury comes together with Saturn in Pisces. So there's a lot of Pisces energy right now because not only is the moon going to be in Pisces on the 27th for that new moon, but the sun is there too because that's what happens at a new moon. They're in the same sign, sun and moon. We've got Mercury, we've got Saturn, we've got Neptune, and the North Node. That is a lot of Piscean energy. So let's get a little more familiar with this Pisces, okay? So the coming together of Mercury and Saturn is, I think, a good thing. Saturn is kind of the hammer, the truth, the authority, the voice of reason, can be a bit of a dictator, right, of all the planets. But Mercury, since Mercury has been in Pisces since the 14th, it's lacking direction. And Mercury is a personal planet. It's close to the sun. So we feel the effects of Mercury and Venus and Mars more than we feel some of these outer planets. And so since Mercury's been in Pisces, and I've had some conversations with people about this, they have felt like something shifted, something's weird, and they feel like they're just like kind of all over the place. And that would make sense because Pisces or Mercury moved from this productive, higher-minded environment of Aquarius, and then it moved into Pisces, which lacks direction and purpose, and it tends to meander and leave us down these rambling rabbit holes that don't really go anywhere. Still, Mercury in Pisces is really good for dreaming and meditation, but it's been a little like you kind of feel like you're all over the place with your thinking and with conversations with others. It's been a little hard to just kind of like get to the point, get the point across, right? Keep moving. So when it meets up with Saturn brings some focus to it. It brings some direction. However, what Saturn does in Pisces, because Pisces is this like, sort of everywhere, Saturn direction in Pisces creates disillusion. It creates dissolving. And it can create a lack of clarity too. So again, I think that this is a helpful energy. It can be helpful energy in terms of, I think, if you see things sort of naturally start to dissolve and naturally fade away, it can really kind of put like sort of a logical bow on what you had happen here on this last quarter, right? Where you were ending. Or you may find on Tuesday that maybe a conversation that you had over the weekend was a little bit rough, but by Tuesday with this Mercury Saturn energy, it kind of comes to its own sort of resolution. Once you put a little distance between something, it starts to become a little more clear. So I think that could be really good energy that we have on Tuesday. But again, it could be a bit of a lack of clarity too. So just kind of keep that in mind as you conduct your day. All right. Then on the 27th, we have our new moon in Pisces. Now, Pisces is such a great sign, and it's such good energy for new moon energy, because at the new moon, the moon is sitting directly, if this is the sun here and this is the earth, the moon would be where I am. And so you've got the sun shining all of its light this way, but this is the side of the moon that's lit up. This side of the moon, we can't see over here on earth. So it's the sun is shining all of its light on the side of the moon that we can't see. So we see a dark sky. The moon has gone dark. It is a signal for us to do the same. It's a time to go within, be with yourself, be with your thoughts, and dream big, big, big dreams. And that's what Pisces is all about. Pisces it's the natural ruler of the 12th house, which is all about the subconscious and your spirituality. And so that is what we're being called to do from, I would say, about Tuesdays when this energy starts to get really active on into the weekend. And so what I would say is, if you're not feeling super motivated or like you're, really want to get out there and do a whole lot and make things happen, that is normal. Follow that instinct. That is actually what the moon is guiding you to do. The moon's message, right? Moon chat is to go within. It's not to get out there and do things. It's go within and dream. All right. And again, if you want to work with this Pisces energy specifically for you, head on over to lauracusto.com, pop in your email, and I'll send you a free trial of Moon Chat, which will show you, based on your chart, where this energy is active for you so you can dream big on the area of life that the moon is supporting. Okay? All right, so that is the week. To recap, Friday the 21st, we go into the weekend in the energy of that last quarter. Saturday and Sunday are great days to take action because we'll have that guidance and support of Neptune in the North Node. As you're analyzing and figuring out what you want to do here, it's going to pull you towards your highest good. It's going to help influence you to do what is right for you and what's good for everybody. And then on Sunday, we've got Mars making that great aspect with Mercury, helping us take action, Mars, and communicate, right? And Mars is now moving direct, so we're having forward motion, all right? Then we move on into Tuesday, the 25th, Mercury coming together with Saturn, a bit of a disillusion energy. It could be a little foggy, but again, see what naturally falls away. Hopefully it puts a bow on that last quarter, and then go ahead and lean into that new moon in Pisces. Follow your instincts. If you're feeling pulled to withdraw and get some alone time, take it. It's the Pisces new moon. It is a time to dream. This is probably the one new moon that we're meant to dream the most. So do it, okay? All right, I hope that's been helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If something resonated, I would love to hear from you. Feel free to leave a comment or a review or ask a question. I love questions. And if you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like the video, and share it with your friends. And I will see you next week when we will have a first quarter in Gemini.